Andrew Brown and Nick Tamaro for Twin Spires to take a look at race 11 on the card here at Churchill Downs on Derby Day. It's the Grade 1 Old Forester Bourbon Turf Classic over the mile and an eighth. And Nick, we've got the favourite, morning line favourite, Integration. Frankie Dettori rides. He's been on board the last two starts and it's been pretty impressive getting second both times.
Yeah, this is a horse that's run well consistently. Had a couple of blips on the radar last year, but for the most part has been consistent. A horse that's run well on wet turf as well. Obviously, we want to take the variable of the weather into consideration. He was a winner of the Million Preview at Colonial Downs last year on a course rated soft, so I don't think he'll have much of an issue with maybe some spongier footing.
Now, Spirit of St. Louis actually beat Integration 2 back in the Pegasus turf. It's bound to attract plenty of support, you'd think, too.
Yeah, New York bred that can be forwardly placed. He's also run well on wet turf courses, won the Mohawk on a yielding course. I think he'll be somewhat forwardly placed, which I have always felt like is a good thing on a wet turf course. You want to be in position where you don't have to quicken quite as much because it can get a little tougher on a course with a bit of give to it. So I like Spirit of St. Louis. He was my top pick. I thought he was compromised by a wide trip last out in the Mervyn Muniz. Felt like on that card you wanted to save a little bit more ground. Brian Hernandez Jr. alluded to that with me the other day after he won the opening verse on Brilliant Birdie. So hopefully Spirit of St. Louis can go out, get a forward position. In general, it seems like the turf course this week has favored horses making outside moves. We'll see how much the weather might change that and what happens between now and then.
Wanted to ask you about one of my favourite horses running around America at the moment, Gold Phoenix. They call him GFP, and he has beaten every American horse home in the last two Breeders' Cup turfs and was a little unlucky last start over the mile and a half at Santa Anita.
He's probably looking out his stall right now and thinking, what is that strange objects coming down from the sky? But Gold Phoenix is a fun horse, right? One who seems to fire every time. And he certainly has the moniker of being the best American turf horse over the last couple of years relative to his finishing positions in the Breeders' Cup turf. I'm not sure a mile and an eighth is really his trip, but obviously the connections want to be represented on a big day. And he's a horse that would benefit if there's some pace in front of him.
But it's Spirit of St. Louis for you on top.
Yeah, I'm going to throw redistricting in there as well. If I have the rationale that Spirit of St. Louis was hurt by a wide trip at Fairgrounds, so too was redistricting, but no doubt about it, he's got to run better. Spirit of St. Louis would be my top pick.
I think I just said Spirit of St. Louis, but obviously Spirit of St. Louis.
You had a little international flair, so it's okay, right?
Well, you can get up to $10 back if the horse you bet to win finishes second or third today with Twin Spires. Download the Twin Spires app or visit twinspires.com and good luck.